so far, Great hasn't looked to push any further just yet. I think he reasons that Kwanro is going to have had more Mutalisks in the air than him, but now Great's got his Mutalisks coming in. He should be able to... I don't know why he didn't go directly for the Mutalisks. I think he would have been able to pick off at least the ones that had been previously Scourged. Some Scourge landing for both players. I think Great was perhaps a little bit clumsy with his Mutamicro there, but I think that air battle, or skirmish, really was roughly a draw, which I think would leave Kwanro still slightly ahead. But it's going to depend mostly on Mutalisk count and the micro that these players muster against these Scourge, because both players are now on 2 bases with 2 gas, similar numbers of drones, so the longer this goes on without any sort of development, the more the game is going to just equalize. And this is sort of where Kwanro's decision making is going to have to be pretty good, because he's a very aggressive player, and sometimes he'll just attack at the wrong time because he enjoys it, or it's his style, or he's just that aggressive, and it does occasionally lead to him throwing games where he has an advantage. So if, as I surmise, he still has an advantage here, he wouldn't want to throw it away like that. He's got a Zergling running into Great's base to get an eye-full, but scouting, less important at this stage. It's pretty much only ever going to be Muta-Ling, and eventually mostly just pure Muta. Alright, the Mutalisk clumps are getting big, and it's a lot of Scourge out for Great. A whole lot of Scourge. That's nearly a control group of them. Kwanro has gone more exclusively for Muta, and this could be the deciding battle right here when these players decide to engage. Great leading with his Scourge first, then the Mutas, then more Scourge. Kwanro, it looks like a lot of those Scourges landed, but Kwanro, having split his Mutalisks up, still seems to be taking the field in the air, and with all those Scourge hitting, I'm a little bit mystified as to why that would have been. Maybe it was some bad cloning on Great's part, and just a little noob-friendly moment here. Cloning is the act of splitting units such that splitting units and moving them at different targets. So in the case of Scourge, that would be trying to land 2 Scourge on each Mutalisk, or in that case probably just 1, so that the splash damage from the Mutalisks would just kill them much more effectively. I'm not sure how effectively Great did that on that attack, and Great has certainly fallen behind in the air because he's been forced to resort to putting down an evolution chamber and 2 spore colonies, so he's also now going to be down on drones, and I don't know if he's going to be able to replace them. So I'm expecting to see a lot more Scourge from Great, and assuming that he lost that air battle due to some pretty faulty Scourge micro, hopefully his subsequent Scourge use is going to be a lot better, because he's going to need it to get back into this. And it looks like Great is content to sit back and defend for a while. Maybe content isn't the best way to say it. I don't think he has all that much of a choice in the matter. I think the observer there is trying to indicate that Kwanro has got the more drones, and also that there might be an avenue for harassment on the drone lines over that cliff. But now Kwanro is on the move with some Scourge and Mutas of his own, though where are his Mutas? I don't see them on Great's side of the map. Okay, they were outside of his natural, and now they're on the go. So let's see what Kwanro can do with this. Aside from a lot of this Mutalisk posturing, there's not a whole lot going on. Wait a minute, Kwanro is deciding to commit a lot of larvae to building lings, and this could be a really solid idea. He's got enough to probably take down that sunken colony, and that's going to serve as a distraction while this air battle goes on. Kwanro's Scourge heading off the Scourge of Great pretty nicely, and those Lings have taken out both the Sunken and the Spore, so Kwanro in a pretty good spot there, and he's driving those Scourge back with his Mutalisks. A couple of them have landed, but not really all that many, and I don't know if Kwanro even cares at this point. I think he's got enough in the air to deal with this remaining Air Force of Greats. He does, with about 7 or 8 Mutalisks to spare. GG! So Kwanro takes the match, and well, takes the game and takes the match for his team, CJ Entus, who go on to win 3-1. High fives all around, and wow, Kwanro is really short. Like, really short. People had mentioned this on places like the Team Liquid forums, that he's just a pretty short guy, but yeah, that really puts it into perspective. He takes a bow, he's looking pretty happy. Great! Kind of stone-faced there. Didn't seem to be showing much reaction, though. He's got to be disappointed that he's let down his team in this critical match, critical game. CJ, very reserved in their celebration, getting into the huddle. But hopefully they'll actually do some celebrating later. All work and no play makes people dull boys, and all the more so if your work is your play. GG, thanks for joining me for this, my second set of Pro StarCraft casts. Hope to be coming at you with some more in the future. Have a good night, everyone.